morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are very happy to announce that on Sunday, December 18th, the B3As will hold its annual year-end awards luncheon. The event will be held at 2 p.m. at the Sheraton Nassau Beach Hotel on Cable Beach. The luncheon will provide an opportunity for the B3As to celebrate the successes of 2011 track and field season and present various awards to athletes, coaches, and officials. Athletes competed all around the world this year, from British Virgin Islands to Daegu, South Korea, from Miramar, Florida to Lille, France, and from Montego Bay, Jamaica to Guadalajara, Mexico, and Mayagüez, Puerto Rico. At the IWF World Youth Championships in France, the Bahamas placed fourth behind the United States, Kenya, and Jamaica, a very significant achievement. Numerous awards will be given out, including the Charlie Major Athlete of the Year Award for the top Bahamian track and field athlete of 2011. The selection will be made by an independent body. During the event, tribute will be paid to veteran quarter-miler Chris Brown. Brown has been competing for the Bahamas since 1997, and last year won the IWF World Indoor Championships in Doha, Qatar. Brown, who hails from Eleuthera, holds Bahamian national records in both the 400 meters and 800 meters. This will be a great opportunity for the track and field community to get together, especially those athletes living abroad. Tickets can be bought from the B3A's office at the Sports Center, the Colony Club on St. Albans Drive, the Prescription Parlor Pharmacy on East Street South, and from any B3A's executive or committee member. The theme of the luncheon is celebrating our youth in athletics. The master of ceremony will be David Wallace of the Count It Again fame.
Just to add a few statistics to what Hawk has said, he has indicated that the Bahamas takes part in international competition. And these are some figures that I'd like to bring to your attention. Individual gold medals won by Bahamians, 19. Silver medals, 14. Bronze medals, 17. In the relays, gold, 3. Silver, 2. Bronze, 9. And if we did our arithmetic with the relays alone, you would realize that that's 56 medals in that one category. We athletes from the Bahamas competed in the World Youth Championships in Lille, France, in July of this year. And I just want to mention a few of the successes that we had there. Stephen Newbold came away with a gold, and he is considered a world youth champion in the 200 meters. Shawnee Miller, also a gold medalist. She was world youth champion in the 400 meters. Lothario Colley Mins came away with also a gold in the triple jump. And his twin brother, Lathorne, achieved a bronze. I don't think we can complain about successes like that. And bearing in mind that there were 211 countries that competed in that one event alone, I think the Bahamas have nothing to be ashamed of. And this is why the B3As is happy at the end of each athletic year and calendar year to celebrate the successes of our youth. We like to do it and also to remind the country of what these young people have achieved in the name of the Bahamas.
To show you the diversity of the B3A program. If you look at the CAC age group championships or age group competitors, they are range from age 11 to 14. They competed against 35 countries from the CAC region. Our Carifta athletes, their age groups between 12 and 19. They competed against 26 Caribbean countries. Our World Youth Champions are between the age of 16 and 18. And they're the ones that competed so well against 211 countries. And then, of course, we had Junior Pan Am, same age group, 16 to 19. And then when we get into the senior championships, like Senior CAC, Pan Am, World Championships, so you're looking at our elite college athletes and our professional athletes. So the program that we have been charged to administer is very, very deep. If you're looking at kids from age 11 up to, I think our oldest athlete that compete today is about in the late 30s. And we are happy to be in a position to ensure that athletes are able to travel to all these competitions around the world. It is an awesome, awesome responsibility and an awesome task, but to date, as we look back, we've been able to do it.
You would have heard Alfia speak about the number of places that we've traveled. You'd have heard Mrs. Wallace-Whitfield speak about the performances, and you'd have also heard Harrison embellish on that a little bit. And we talked about, what it took us to get there. Well, of course, I just want to take this opportunity to thank the executive team of the B3As, our sponsors, particularly Adidas, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Scotiabank, BTC, and other corporate sponsors that allowed us to raise over $700,000 last year that enabled us to travel to all these meets to ensure that the athletes had the opportunity to compete. It's an awesome task and responsibility. We are winding down this year with our Appreciation Awards banquet that is going to have awards given to all the major categories. One new category that we're adding is going to be the Junior Athlete of the Year overall, which is equivalent to the Charlie Major Award. It's going to be named in the honor of Dr. Bernard J. Nottage, who has made an immense contribution to the development of track and field for the country, and in particular our junior athletes from the Carifta on up. And so we are naming that event in his honor. We're asking the public support of our athletes. We take a lot for granted. You would have heard us talk about the medal performances. I had the bittersweet pleasure of visiting Jamaica a couple days ago for the funeral of my colleague there, but also had the opportunity to move around with the athletes in Jamaica and the coaches. And they have such great respect for our athletes and our coaches and the things that we're doing here. And they recognize it. I think we take a lot of it for granted because we see ourselves every day. I want to implore the public, family, friends, churches, schools, civic organizations, particularly those that have athletes that won national team. We're asking you to support this event. We look at it as a fundraising event, but it's not a major fundraising event because at the end of the day, you would note that we've kept the ticket cost at the same price for the past number of years. I think it's $50 for the tickets, right? So, when you consider what we have to pay out, it's not much, that's left in return. But we feel it's responsible and for us to do, to give the athletes their recognition and the coaches and officials of the year. So it's a wonderful time to network and to celebrate, and we're asking the public to support this event on December the 18th. It's a luncheon, and so you don't have to get dressed twice. You already dressed from church, so just come on down. Don't cook on Sunday. Just come straight to the event and enjoy the afternoon with the athletes, family, friends, church members, and all the like. So we look forward to your support on December the 18th as we wind this season down with the awards and we get ready for the big one, 2012, with London in sight.
Questions?
We have all the questions, the answers we don't know. Yeah, well, what like I said, the committee, what we had is that we look at all the statistics. And the statistics then compiled, and in about every category, there's about 3 or 4 persons that have been identified, and then that award, those statistics would be handed to an independent committee that is knowledgeable of track and field, and they will make the determination, and no one on the body knows what takes place until the evening of the event. We have included a few new named events, namely the Pancho Ramming Award was one of them, I think it was. Yeah. And also, like I said, and as we go on, we will try to identify persons who we feel are fitting to have those awards named after them. For example, I think we have a Coach Cartwright Award. I think we have a Keith Parker. So Derwood Knowles' award is for the Family Island Athlete of the Year. Coach Earl Bodie, Anita Doherty, Angela Roll, a number. You'll get that listing very, very shortly, and you'll be able to let the public know the names, identify the persons that have been nominated, because we obviously would want your support in getting the word out as well. Well, let's put it this way. We debated that, but there's some feedback, and you have to be careful because at the end of the day, the junior is at a high level in their category. There's nothing to say that they can't, but if you look how you measure, let's use an example. If a junior athlete competes at the world senior level and he medals there or does extremely well there, then obviously you'd have to consider that, right? But you don't want to take a junior that's competing at the junior level only, and then you have the senior athlete competing at the senior level, winning a world championship, and not to belittle any of the awards, but I think to try to keep it transparent, we decided to have an overall junior athlete of the year. Now, the committee will make that selection if they determine that an athlete is worthy, a junior athlete is worthy, based on his performance on the world stage. There's no less significance of the award. Yeah, that's always that possibility. Like I said, and I used the example, if you look at a junior athlete competing in the world at the senior world stage, head to head with the senior athlete. See, it'll be difficult to put a comparison to a junior athlete's performance. That's why we said let's separate it. So this junior athlete, if he is a world champion in his category, then he is a world champion in his category, right? But to measure that with the senior world championship, if we have a senior athlete that is also competing at the senior world championship level. And so that's why we went to that point to say, let us try and separate the two, not to belittle any of the awards at all. I don't know if it makes sense to you.
What's the medalist that you were naming earlier? As far as the field day, world championships and Olympics. So what makes those exactly? What you said, yeah, certain amount of gold medals, certain amount of silver medals.
That's combined.
That's what we did all season. Yeah, when you look at carifters, when you look at the carifters, the World Youth, the juniors, the CACs, and yeah, that's just the season.
That's just season.
That's why I say we just see, we're doing so good. We just kind of but that's this season alone.
Like a lot.
It is a lot. But that's what I'm saying. But it is a lot. But that's just the season alone. What has happened this season alone.